Am I the weenie for threatening to divorce my husband over MrBeast?
What the fuck? Okay.
I've asked him to wear headphones. He, quote unquote, doesn't like them.
First of all, why are you 26 and watching MrBeast? What the fuck?
Welcome back. This week on Spicy Reddit Stories, we're doing What Brought Us to the Dance, Old Faithful, Am I the Weenie? If you've never been here before, welcome. I'm Daryl. This is my co-host Brianna. This week, we're reading stories off of r/Am I the Asshole, but instead of saying asshole, we say weenies because it's fun, and we like to have fun around here. For example,
we have fun here.
We do. We really. For example, if I were to say, am I the weenie for wearing a wrinkled shirt that I did not iron today to this recording session? Would I be one?
Yes.
All right. Well, now that we've learned that, let's get on with this. My first post was posted by the gay rat child. Am I the weenie for grabbing an old woman's arm after she stuck her fingers in my baby's mouth? Okay, I immediately have a lot of questions, but let's get through this. So, I have a 3-month-old son, and we were in public, and an old lady came up and started putting her hand all over his face. I politely said, "Please don't touch him, he's high risk." To which she said, "He's fine, he needs germs," and started putting her fingers in his mouth. I grabbed her arm gently to push her off. You should have broken it. Just between you and me, we should have broken it. Anyway, let's not promote violence towards the elderly, Daryl. Come on.
Come on.
I have extreme social anxiety, so even that was a lot for me. And I say again, please don't touch him. Don't do that. Please. He's high risk. She proceeds to remove her hand and whack me across the back of the head with full force, calls me a stupid fucking bitch, and walks off. My older relative said that I really shouldn't think too much into it, and she probably meant no harm. My husband disagrees. I've been feeling so embarrassed since it happened. I don't know what to do.
This is just so absurd. This entire situation feels absurd.
Absurd as in fake, but we're going to take it at face value here.
You're right.
As you taught me all those years ago.
I'm just so confused as to why some random woman would come up to other people and their 3-month-old baby and just start touching him and putting her fingers in his mouth.
Well, you know, back in the Stone Age before germ theory, people just did whatever the hell they wanted with their fingers. So my guess is she just didn't know any better.
That's what she said.
She probably came up and was just like, I was a nurse in World War I.
World War One. I fear, even if, okay, as someone with severe social anxiety, I fear I would have no choice but to kill her.
Oh my God. We just skipped
no
from from throwing hands to just death.
Yeah, you're putting your fucking grimy ass fingers in my baby's mouth. I have to kill you. There's no other choice.
I don't know how old this woman was, but chances are she was going to see God in the next couple years or so. So why not speed the process up a little bit?
That's nuts.
You also have the ability to hit back because she struck you, OP.
And why did she hit OP in the back of the head? What?
Exactly. If anything, hit the baby.
I'm so confused by this story.
I am too, which is why I'm just giving the most absurd answer that I possibly can. I don't.
What?
The top comment here is saying, if there were cameras around, I would have charged her with assault. I'm imagining a 95-year-old woman going to jail.
As she should. Fucking putting her nasty-ass fingers in a baby's mouth and hitting the mom.
And calling her a stupid fucking bitch.
I'm so
you like
confused.
my old woman voice?
It's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, it could use a little work. Would you
Could
say?
use a little work.
Should I go a little more for like Eustace from Courage? Go more towards
it a
that
shot.
direction?
Give it a shot.
I don't remember what she sounds like.
Well,
Courage! Judging by the wideness of your eyes, let's say that wasn't even
crazy.
close. It's been years since I've watched Courage. But anyway,
me too.
I think that you're not the weenie. You're doing what anybody would have done. If anything, you grabbing the arm was probably a reflex.
Yeah.
And also, having extreme social anxiety, I mean, like you said, I probably wouldn't have killed her, but I probably would have. I'm telling everyone what I would do, okay?
I would have.
I would have definitely given her a stern talking to and been like, you don't just go up to random people's kids and start touching them. Like, you have to ask for permission to do that. It's kind of like when I see a cute dog on the street, unless they're wearing a vest saying that they're on the clock.
Service animal?
That they're a service animal. There we go.
That they're clocked in right now.
I don't pet them in that case, but if they're not, then I'm gonna ask the owner if I can pet them, and if they say no, I'll just move on with my day. You know, it should be the same thing with kids. I personally have never seen someone get so overcome with just, I want to touch your kid, that they went that crazy.
I want to touch your kid.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, no, not the weenie. I think that you did. You could have done so much worse. You could have grabbed her arm and like broken it. But can you imagine if she did that? The cops came and she was like, "Oh, my arm, oh, my arm."
But like, look at my child. He just had her fingers in his mouth.
Moving on to the next story, y'all.
All right, my first story by Shiny Baby Cheetah. Am I the weenie for ordering fries instead? This is one that's been haunting me intermittently for the majority of my life. I've been called a weenie several times over this and finally decided to poll a larger group about it. Where I live, there's a local mom and pop drive-in restaurant that's been open and family run for about 70 years now. They open every spring and stay open until October. They sell North American classics, burgers, hot dogs, onion rings, french fries, and a variety of different ice cream cones, sundaes, and milkshakes. I'm 30 and have been going there all my life. The food is always great. Here's my apparent crime. When I and a group of my friends or family or in-laws all pile in the car and go to the drive-in, they all tend to order some kind of cold sweet treat, shakes and cones, etc. But I am A, lactose intolerant, and B, a fiend for french fries. So 9 times out of 10, I go against the grain and order fries instead of any ice cream. In the spirit of full disclosure, I will say that I am 100% one of those lactose intolerant people who ignores it and takes the L to eat dairy when it suits me. That's a mood. I just prefer the fries or maybe sometimes a hot dog or over ice cream. The cooked food and the frozen desserts get served up out of 2 different windows with 2 different lines, and the ice cream line definitely moves faster. So for about 20 years now, I've been getting intermittently complained at and criticized for ordering fries when everyone else ordered ice cream, and therefore holding up the entire group for an extra 5 to 10 minutes to get my food so we can all leave. It's apparently very inconsiderate of me to order something that takes longer than everyone else when the whole rest of the group ordered from the quicker options. They're all getting what they want, they're not settling. It's just apparently rude of me to also get what I want. It's been several different friends, family members, and in-laws now who have said this, ranging from playful jokes to downright cranky bitching. Is it actually so bad of me to order something that takes 5 to 10 minutes more? It's not like I asked them to wait to eat or anything.
Well, you basically answered it for me. Like, do you ask them to wait for you? Which in that case, they don't. So I'm gonna say no. You're not the weenie. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of OP. If you're watching this video, is this in? Because I used to go there all the fucking time. This sounds
They said
exactly
they're
like that
Canadian.
place. Never mind. Where did they say they were Canadian?
They replied to a comment. I'm
Oh, I'm not
looking
there
at it.
yet. I'm not there yet.
Well, you asked. You asked.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
True.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go back and think if I mean,
I don't think they're the weenie. I think
They're-
it's a little
they're not.
unfair to get all shitty to them when they just want fries. Like, is it really that big of a deal? Just eat your goddamn ice cream. It's gonna melt anyway.
yeah. Because I'm trying to think. Because you got two different windows, and then I'm just trying to like find a way that OP, if they can't escape this bitching, a way to mitigate the bitching. If they were to go and no, because regardless of the time, they're going to be going in the lines, and you never know. One line might be longer than the other because they said the ice cream line moves faster. So, because in my mind, I'm thinking of the place that I'm thinking about, and even then, it's going to change. The time of waiting is going to change drastically. So maybe just go with people that aren't going to complain, or go by yourself. I don't know. I mean, I like going to things by myself sometimes. You ever go see a movie on your own
No,
as an adult?
I've been to
No?
a concert on my own though.
Isn't that fun?
It was okay.
You should just play along with me and be like, it was a blast.
It was
I had
so
a lot
much
of
fun.
fun.
I love being by myself. I don't have social
All by
anxiety.
myself. I'll put myself.
Okay, so this top comment by German Potato Salads. Based on the facts presented, I'd go not the weenie. However, if 3 separate groups of people have all complained separately, your family, your in-laws, and your friends, then I'm inclined to think there's something more annoying or obnoxious about it besides 5 extra minutes. How many different people does this aggravate? And OP responded saying, I've wondered the same thing over the years, because what are the odds of so many people hating this? But I promise I've racked my brain for anything that could make it more annoying than I've laid out, and I'm coming up empty. The place is always full of bees and wasps, but that's both lines. And besides, they take their food and wait for me in the car while I dodge the wasps alone. There's an on-site washroom that's decently taken care of, so it can't be that I'm making someone hold their business. The wait staff will even car hop your order to your car window if you turn on your headlights, so there's no extra inconvenience or anything. Through the lines are less than 10 feet apart. Truly, the time differential is the only thing I can think of. As a kid, fries used to be like $1 more expensive, so that I understand. But in this current hellscape of an economy, my fries have actually become less expensive compared to several of the ice cream choices. So I really don't know. It seems like it's just the wait. And I've asked a few of them why, and they've said something along the lines of that it's rude to go against an otherwise unanimous group if it lengthens the voyage. I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean? Hold on. I think so many pop-ups for no reason.
I mean, I get. Let's say you're on a road trip with a group of people, and there's always that one person that constantly needs to stop at every other rest stop because they gotta pee or something like that. You know, if it lengthens the voyage in that kind of way, I understand. Been there, but I'm not gonna like be a dick about it. It's inconvenient, yeah, but when it comes to this
I just think
situation about
it's so
food,
silly.
it's just
yeah.
it's super silly because it's their preference. They want ice cream or they
Yeah.
want fries. Or I mean, like everyone else wants ice cream, but they want fries or something. Like what? I really don't see if you're waiting 5 extra minutes.
Like, it's
Go
really
do
not the end of the
something.
world. Like, and they even like leave to go to the car and wait in there and have their ice cream. So it's like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, they in a petty way. They turn on the high beams because I remember them say that they'll car hop your order if you leave your headlights on, but they just put on their high beams.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like, there's There's no reason to be a shitty person to your friend or your family or your in-law or whatever loved one just because they want something specific. Like, they don't have to get everything that the whole group gets. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, guys.
I just got to the Canadian bit where they just announced that they're Canadian.
They just announced they're Canadian.
Was just like,
hey, new Canadian
America,
dropped.
I can't see this being something anyone would think. I mean, to be honest, I guess
Canadians,
I don't live in Canada.
Are y'all rude? Because I've heard you guys are supposed to be nice. Why the fuck are you shitting on OP?
Because they're a dirty American.
No.
I'm saying so.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think not the weenie. I think you deserve to get whatever you want.
Absolutely not. And fuck your family, fuck your friends. Find new family, find new friends. That's what I gotta say. My next post was posted by Winter Molasses. Am I the weenie for threatening to divorce my husband over MrBeast?
What the fuck? Okay.
And this one goes out to my man, Jimothy. I, female 24, am seriously at my wit's end. My husband, male 26, is partially deaf from DJing in his teens/early 20s, so he needs things louder to hear them. But what I don't get is why that has to mean I'm involuntarily listening to MrBeast yelling about burying himself alive, giving away $10K to strangers at 9 a.m. on a Sunday.
Real as fuck.
We're here burying 20 people and 10,000 gallons of Orbeez.
First of all, why are you 26 and watching MrBeast?
I mean, there are fully grown men that watch MrBeast, I'm sure.
It's cringe.
The last time I remember checking in on MrBeast, like, legitimately, was when he was going around to streamers and doing, like, just donating stuff. Remember when that was a big thing?
Yeah.
People would record videos. Like, that's, like, 2010's YouTube. But anyway, he watches MrBeast videos on his phone at, like, 95 to 100% volume. Not even joking. He'll put a video on while he's in the shower. Phone just blasting on the bathroom counter, and I can hear it clearly from 2 floors down.
That would send me.
Always MrBeast. Yeah, me too. Not just different YouTubers, just him. Constantly. Same loud vibe, same chaotic energy every day. Well, damn, I would hate to have a roommate because every time I shower, they would just be listening to Joe and Frank scream on the basement yard.
Yeah, but at least they're funny and have personalities.
That's true. I've asked him to wear headphones. He, quote unquote, doesn't like them. I suggested subtitles. He doesn't want to read while relaxing, quote unquote. I even bought a small Bluetooth speaker thinking it'd help if the sound was directional or just a bit better quality. Nope. He says he prefers it from the phone speaker. Who is this man?
A fucking menace to society.
Clearly. After the 3rd time this week, I got woken up by, lastly, the circle wins $500,000, echoing through the damn walls. I kind of snapped and said, half joking, if I hear one more MrBeast video at full volume, I'm filing for divorce.
Real.
Now he's sulking, saying I don't respect his hobbies or his hearing issues. But honestly, it's not just the volume, it's the content. I think it's childish. He's almost 30. Why is a grown man obsessed with videos made for 14-year-olds with zero attention span?
I'm saying.
People are waiting for me to defend MrBeast. I'm not. I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to ride that line of will he or won't he. And that's what I love about this channel. I love him, but I just want peace and quiet in my own home. I'm tired of feeling like I live inside a YouTube thumbnail.
No, that's real as fuck. Oh my god, I'd be losing my fucking mind if all I heard was MrBeast. Jesus Christ, I'd kill myself in front of him.
Today we're figuring out who can take out 500,000 of Orbeez out of their ass.
It sounded like you said fingering. I was like, whoa. Today we're fingering
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's not. No, we can't say that on the
whoa.
YouTube channel. Save that for possible future Patreon or something.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay. Whatever you say, ma'am. Whatever you say. Yes.
Yes.
You're the boss. Girl boss.
Girl boss. Hey, I would hate this so fucking much. Fully 26 years old and said, the only thing I want to watch is MrBeast on full volume. Like, he's loud as fuck on like 2%.
On the phone speaker. Listen, there are some like decent phone speakers nowadays, but they don't sound great still.
No.
You know what I mean?
And to have that shit in full volume and have that walking AI yelling into your fucking phone is crazy.
Also, I don't get how he doesn't like headphones. I love my headphones.
I love
these headphones. I love my Bluetooth earbuds.
Bluetooth?
My Bluetooth. And it's just I don't understand. Most of the time when I wear headphones, it's because I want to be conscientious of those around me. I don't want to be blasting my like country radio station for everyone to hear.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I think this was a very valid crash out. To be like, hey, you need to stop fucking blasting MrBeast or I will divorce you. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. And just he says that he doesn't respect his hobbies or hearing issues. It's not the hearing issue thing that's the part. Number one, that was your responsibility. Yeah. If you can't take your husband to court, take MrBeast to court.
For
not
emotional damage.
Yeah, emotional damage. A lot of people in the comments asking why he doesn't have hearing aids already.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I get it. Hearing aids are very expensive. So, like, it probably could be a money thing.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, dude. You choose to use what little hearing you have. MrBeast?
I can't get over it. Can't get over it. Can't get over it.
Dude. I promise there's better content creators out there. I promise. You don't need to watch content made for 12-year-olds.
I could write you a list of all the content creators that would be better than that. Last thing here. Someone commented, hearing loss raises the odds of cognitive issues significantly later on. Hearing aids are important for brain health. Well, if his favorite content creator is MrBeast, he probably doesn't have that much of a brain to begin with.
Gone.
But I have hope for you. I may not have hope for your marriage, but I have hope for you, young man. It's like, that's almost 26 years old. I'm going to be 30 this year. God damn it.
At least you don't watch MrBeast.
As far as you know.
Ugh.
Summer is here, and we hope you're ready for love. This episode of Spicy Reddit Stories is brought to you by Starchy, a dating site exclusively for pasta lovers. From Bogoli to Bucatini, Cavatelli, Cavatappi. Nothing says romance than a carb-filled evening with a lovely stranger. Starchy has been successfully matching singles since 1895, and now they finally have an app available to everyone. If you sign up today with our code DaydreamDiddlini, Starch will pay for your very first date, as well as 20% off your annual membership if you sign up in the next 20 seconds. Give love a chance this summer. As Roger Anelli, a very satisfied member, said in a recent review, I met my lovely wife on Starchy, and my family said I was crazy to travel from Detroit all the way to Rome, Italy. But when my ex-wife left me and took everything I had, except for my love for pasta, I had nothing left to lose. Now, my new wife and I go to the Olive Garden every weekend. Thank you, Starchy. Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you're single, love the pasta, and are ready for the summer of your life, use our code DaydreamDiddlini when you sign up on Starchy today. Now, back to the episode.
My next story was posted by RocketPerson47. Am I the weenie for bringing a meat-based product to my vegan friend's dinner?
Yep, wrap
Immediately,
it up.
Yes. Yes. I, 22 female, was invited to a group dinner hosted by my friend Hannah, 23 female, who's vegan. In the message, she said, "It would be awesome if you all could bring plant-based dishes so everyone can try everything." I didn't think it was a rule. I saw it more like a suggestion. Girl, be so for real. Be so fucking for real right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I am from Chile, and my friends love our food. So I decided to bring empanadas de pino, non-vegan, and
I'm from Chile.
Sopa y pillas con pebre, which are vegan. I don't know what the fuck that is. I made sure to put a visible tag that showed the vegan and non-vegan food. She didn't try none of the God.
Oh
She
my God.
didn't she didn't try none of the dishes I brought. That wasn't English.
Yes. That's why I'm giving you a pass on that one.
Okay, cool, thanks. At the dinner, Hannah looked really upset and later texted me that I was really disrespectful for bringing animal products into her home. I apologized, but I also didn't think it was that big of a deal since I didn't force her to it, and I brought a food that she could also eat. Also, mind you, we've already eaten non-vegan food there plenty of times, so I would have never guessed it would be such a problem. Am I the weenie? And then they also said, "Guys, it was not a small dinner with friends. We were 27 people there, and there were over 20 different dishes to choose from, with most of them being vegan." Hey, guys, that's not the point. Your friend straight up said it would be really sick if everyone could bring plant-based dishes so everyone can try everything and not just a select few. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. They could have also added at the end, please don't bring anything that's not a plant-based dish. I can see where OP was like, oh, we've already eaten non-vegan food there plenty of times, and if there's going to be a lot of people there, there may be some people there that do eat meat, but every time that I go to a place where I know that the host is vegan, I don't bring anything that's meat-related, unless they say specifically that you can. Like, recently I went to a gathering where I would say about 45% of the people there were vegan. Like, we had plant-based hamburgers, plant-based hot dogs, but on another table, like, we had like hamburgers and regular hot dogs. Like, those gatherings do exist. Communicate, but also maybe like, and not.
But
I'm not talking about on the friend's end. I'm talking about the OP on the OP's end.
Like,
you know, if you're confused,
then just ask. But it's like, I feel like it was kind of obvious when she said it would be awesome if you all could bring plant-based dishes so everyone can try everything. Like, I don't know.
This is true. This is true.
I get it. Like, I guess if I'm going to be devil's advocate, I guess the friend could have been more direct and been like, hey, don't bring any meat stuff. But like, guys, it's really not that hard to realize when you should bring animal-based products to a vegan, which is not really often. Like,
also, chances are, if you don't know everybody there, then that could become a problem for you because you'll be looked upon as the person that didn't follow the rules.
Yeah.
And, did they say that they brought two different things? One that was like vegetarian or vegan?
One that was vegan and the other one wasn't.
Okay. If I was the host, I would have been like, go put that out on the porch or go put it in your car.
Go put it in the porch. I just think it's very
grab
silly.
it and throw it in the garbage. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a time and a place. You don't need. Are you gonna die if you don't eat something with meat? Like,
yeah.
It's really not that serious.
I can see the hardcore vegans, the meat is murder vegans being up in arms about this and thinking that is a gigantic crime against humanity.
Yeah. I do think it was very much disrespectful to bring something with meat to this party because, you know, it seemed like it was a vegan party or like a vegan dinner party. You know what I'm
Can you
saying?
imagine the name of the group chat was Vegan Fest 2025?
They're like, yeah, I think I should bring meat. Like, what?
Just in case.
Just in case. You never know.
Also, I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I love some plant-based dishes that I've had.
Yeah, I didn't fully dive into the plant-based world, but my girlfriend is vegan and I've been trying a lot of vegan stuff and it's really good. Like,
I learn something new about them every day.
yeah. It's been a very cool world, you know? Not everything needs animal products and it still tastes good.
But holy fuck, I love chicken. Sorry.
You need to be shot.
Will, you can take that out.
This top comment by Do I Want to Know 6417. Your vegan friend organizes dinner and requests her friends to bring plant-based dishes so everybody can try everything. You decided to bring a non-vegan dish. You're the weenie. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
I think it's yeah, you are definitely the weenie. I fear it was very obvious to, you know, everyone who went there, because it seemed like you were the only person who brought a meat dish. So it's like, what?
Can you imagine if it wasn't even that good either?
Bruh.
They brought SpaghettiOs.
Fucking stupid. Just fucking Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
This other comment by Enough Process. You're the weenie. You knew your friend was vegan. She asked you politely to bring plant-based dishes so everyone can try everything. You decided to bring food to your friend's party that you knew your friend couldn't eat, and to ignore what she said about everyone getting to try everything. If you want to be invited back, ever, I suggest you apologize properly, acknowledge that that was a weenie move, and you won't do it again. Yeah, especially to bring something that the host herself cannot have. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if I briefly touched on the host thing, but if it's to the house of the person that's hosting, that's
it's like, it doesn't matter if like you have had meat or like animal-based products in their house already. Like I feel like I feel like that was probably a different situation. Like everybody could have been eating their own meals and like some people had meat, some people didn't, whatever. Yeah. But it's like this was an entire party where everyone was supposed to try everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like that's obvious, y'all.
And at the end of the day, let's be adults here. If you want to be invited back, apologize. And just don't make that same mistake again.
Yeah. Or if you are thinking of bringing it, ask first. It's incredible what communication can do, guys.
Don't be an ass. Ask.
Exactly.
I'm on fire today, bestie. I'm on fire today.
Yeah, definitely the weenie. Definitely the weenie.
My next post was posted by Lazy Mathematician 823. Am I the weenie for adopting a dog after I thought my boyfriend broke up with me? My boyfriend was going through a tough time, and he said he needed a break. He said he was going to press pause on our relationship and go visit his family in Washington. I asked how you pause a relationship because I don't understand how that works. He said he needed some time to work on himself and asked me to respect that. After he left, I reached out to him a few times via text, asking him to let me know he arrived safe and to say hi to his mom for me. I received no response. I tried to call and left a message asking if he had broken up with me. I came to the conclusion that he'd ghosted me, and my friends agreed. I was bummed, and my best friend recommended I find something like a new hobby or a new show to watch that wouldn't make me think of my boyfriend. I decided to get a dog. My boyfriend is horribly allergic to pet dander, so I never even considered getting a pet. However, since he broke up with me, I decided to get one. He's a senior dog from the shelter that needed rescuing. He's low energy and likes to lay with his head in my lap while I read, work, or watch TV.
Oh,
that's adorable. After 6 weeks away, my boyfriend texted me that he was back and coming over tomorrow, which was yesterday, so we could talk.
Huh?
I'm sorry, 6 weeks?
6 weeks? And you think you're waltzing back into my life? That's so funny.
Wow. I was shocked and texted him back asking what he was talking about. He said he was back and ready to unpause our relationship. He said he wouldn't talk to me about everything the next day. That he would.
He wouldn't talk about anything.
I mean, he hasn't so far, so my mind was there. I texted back asking what relationship. He didn't answer. Yesterday, he showed up and told me he had done a lot of self-examination and was ready to move forward on his life path. He even wanted to talk about moving in together. Then he saw my dog and started freaking out. He asked me how I could get a dog when I know how sick he gets. I told him that since he broke up with me, I didn't think it mattered. He said he didn't break up with me. I said he ghosted me. He said he communicated with me, telling me he was pressing pause and visiting family. I said, not answering text is ghosting. We argued in circles, and then he said he had to leave because he was getting an allergic reaction, even though he was standing in the doorway, not inside. I feel like he broke up with me, and it was okay that I got a dog. He says that he never did, and therefore it's a horrible act of disregard to have gotten a dog. Which of us is right? My best friend said I should break up with him because he's a jerk. I don't think I should have to break up with someone that already broke up with me.
Yeah.
If I break up with him, I'm basically agreeing with him that he didn't break up with me, and therefore I was a weenie for getting the dog. Right? Right.
What the fuck did you just read? What
I don't know, man.
Hell, dude?
And, like,
what the fuck?
Bro, like, sure, he never explicitly said I break up with you, but if, like, my partner left randomly for 6 weeks and didn't say a word to me over, like, that's over a month. That's a month, almost 2 months of just not communicating or sending anything. You could be dead for all I know, and you just want to walk back? Fuck you!
No, bro. God knows what the fuck he was doing during those 6 weeks. Like, that's bullshit. It's just a pause on our relationship. What? That doesn't exist, dude. That doesn't exist. You can't. You don't get to just be like, man, I don't want this right now. I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck I want for 6 weeks real fast.
Yeah.
No. You can literally go fuck yourself. And I hope you got an allergic reaction.
He gets in the car and he's like,
like, boy, get the fuck. Oh my god. No. I would be losing my whole mind. You are not the weenie, and that dog is gonna have an incredible life with you. And please keep that dog. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. You have a dog now.
The top comment, not the weenie. It's only a quote unquote pause if both parties agree. A one-sided pause when the other is against it is in fact just a breakup.
Yep.
I don't think I've never been in a relationship where one of us is just like, I'm putting a pause on this for now. Like, I don't know how I would react.
Like, okay, so the only thing that makes sense is like when someone says, hey, I need some time to work on myself and I need like some time away. That's okay. That's a valid reason to, end a relationship or whatever, but not put it on pause. Not put it on pause.
Yeah. And
that is
also,
that
like,
needs to be a full-on end of a relationship. And if your ex finds someone or decides to move on, you got to deal with that because you weren't ready for the relationship at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what the fuck is a pause? Like
it's
the whole
a
thing,
remote.
like we're on a break. Like that. Shut the fuck up.
We were on a break. That's the only, like, that and Pivot are the only two things from Friends that I know.
That's fair. I didn't watch Friends.
This last comment here. Agreed. He drops her and stops responding when it's convenient and then shows up when he is ready to start up. That is ridiculous. Not the weenie. Will, zoom in on Brianna on her phone.
I'm literally fucking listening. What am I fucking supposed to do right now, bro? You want to be like the entire fucking time? Shut the fuck up.
I don't sit on my phone.
I'm listening.
Fuck, I lost the comment.
Good.
Are you actually mad?
No.
God fucking damn it.
My next story, posted by Color Storms. Am I the weenie for throwing a cup of cold water on my naked husband? My husband has been tested for ADHD, but he doesn't have it. He has the kinds of problems that are associated with ADHD, however. He says writing lists, making a schedule, setting alarms, etc. is physically painful for him, and he'd rather just deal with occasional emergencies rather than be proactive.
Ooh, ow.
Well, the specific problem. He often forgets to push the shower diverter valve down. You know, the little rod on the tub faucet that you push down to make the water fill the tub and pull up to make the water come out of the shower. For nearly 20 fucking years, I have been asking him to push that down. Since I was literally a teenager, I have been asking him to push that fucking thing down. At least twice a month, I have a very unpleasant wake up / cold shower because I turn the water on and I get a cold spray from the shower. And every fucking time he's apologetic, and then a week or two later, it happens again. He will do better for a while, and then it slips in again. He is always telling me that he's working on it, and hasn't he been better about it lately? But somehow he's always working on it, always improving, but it never fucking stops. Today, I had just fucking had it. Take a shot every time she says fucking. I stepped into the shower, turned it on, and had a very cold and rude awakening. I couldn't fucking take it anymore. I grabbed the cup by the sink and filled it about 3 inches with cold water and walked out to where he was standing naked. He had just taken off his pajamas and was going to take his shower after mine. He's just standing there naked.
Still sleeping, kind of.
Fuck? Without warning, while he was looking down, I held that plastic cup firmly in my hand and grasping it tightly, I jerked that motherfucker in a 45-degree angle to get that cold water all over his torso and face. I told him that his apologies were worth the paper they were written on, and I was tired of listening to him congratulate himself for getting better when I had been asking for 20 fucking years to stop doing this shit. I told him I don't accept his apologies, and the fact that it's an accident does not excuse it. I told him that from now on, every time I'm taking a cold shower, so is he. That I refuse to be a second-class citizen in my own home any longer. And if he refuses to make changes to treat me better, I will instead make changes to treat him worse, because I will not tolerate this any longer. I'm going to continue to surprise throw a cold cup of water on him every time I get a surprise cold shower. I'm tired of fucking asking / begging for basic fucking respect and not getting it, with the implication that I have to fucking put up with this forever. So Reddit, I know I'm probably a weenie, but am I a justified weenie?
I think it's really unnecessary. As frustrating as it is, I can get it, but I think that I might get some shit for this, but I think that idea is incredibly petty, and it's not going to help your situation out at all.
I think this entire story is so petty because you literally can just look at the fucking valve.
And also,
thing.
like, I don't know about you, but have you ever had an issue with the valve where it's loose and sometimes it won't like stay in place?
Sometimes.
I'm not saying that this is the case, but bro, you could just get a new one. You can just replace it. And also, like I refuse to be a second-class citizen in my home just screams just
I didn't like that.
And I didn't like that either. 20 years, man, I don't know. I probably would have left OP long before 20 years. This just seems such a small thing to be this upset about.
Yeah, like I get it. I guess I can see it like for dealing with it for 20 years, but like at that point, if you love the dude, just fucking check before you get into the shower. You have to be used to it. I don't know.
I've lived with this type of shower my entire life.
Same.
From like my parents to like where I live now. I check every time. It's not that hard. I think you're being a fucking bitch.
Like me personally, I don't ever put the fucking thing down after I shower, but that's because it goes by itself. Like it just goes down. Does yours do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about it.
Okay. May I?
Do you have a sty?
No. I think I have little crusties though.
Oh.
Okay.
This is going to sound gross, but I like when I wake up and you ever get like a big crusty and you're just like, bigger than the one yesterday. Hell yeah. My body's disgusting. I cannot be the only one. I cannot be. Listen, I don't pick my teeth when I have food in it. I don't pick my nose. I don't
So
put
you
my
don't
fingers in my
floss?
ears. I floss. I floss. I just don't put my
I
fingers in my
floss.
teeth. That doesn't mean I don't floss. It just means I don't put my disgusting fingernails in my teeth.
That's valid.
God forbid I pick my eye crust
Yeah.
and I
God
celebrate how
And I
big.
celebrate. Shut
Yeah.
up.
Throw a parade. If I was in New Orleans, I would throw a parade just for that.
So she did a little Q&A to some, I guess, questions that people were asking.
Fun.
First question. Why don't I just check myself / why do I expect him to leave it the way I want it left? Answer. I don't expect him to leave it the way I want. What I expect is for him to leave things the way he found them. When he walks into the bathroom, it's pushed down. That's how I leave it. So he doesn't get blasted with cold water. But he doesn't leave things the way he found them. Instead, he often leaves the last 10 or 20% of a task for me to clean up for him. Second question. Why don't I leave it the way I found it? Why don't you leave it up if he leaves it up? Answer. If I left things the way I found them, I would live in a sty. I would also spend a great deal of energy making things messier, as I would literally be cleaning up to make space for myself, and then undoing that work to put things back as a mess. Third question, and last question. Explain your shower to me. Why are you getting in before the water is warm? Answer.
I don't know how I didn't think about that.
Answer. Just gonna quote a user that, I guess, commented. And they said, folks, you're misunderstanding her situation. She leans in to turn on the water, expecting it to come out of the spigot. Instead, shower mode is still in place, and the water sprays out of the shower and onto her head. It is completely rude of the husband to not switch the water flow back to the spigot when he's finished showering. This is just basic etiquette.
Oh, move your fucking
Crimea
head out of the
River.
way. Move your
Why
fucking
is your
head.
full head in the shower, bro? When I'm turning
Just
on the shower, even though I know it's about to come out of the bath, whatever, the spigot, I guess, I lean back. Like, why are you putting your whole head under the fucking shower when you're not even in it?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't understand why this is an issue, guys. Maybe I'm just not understanding it. And it also just seems like you hate this guy. You hate everything he does. So why the fuck are you still together?
I don't know.
It seems like you guys are just not meant to be.
It sucks to find that after 20 years, but
like, it's okay if it came down
I bet
to
he
that.
loves her to death.
Maybe.
Would do anything for her except for this. But
Except for this and clean.
he has ADHD. He can't help it. Guys, I'm not actually being serious. Never use your mental health or your like ADHD, your depression, or anything. Never let that be an excuse for why you don't do things. But fuck OP. Am I so out there for saying that, for having that opinion?
I just think this is such a silly problem to have. Like, let's say you wanted a bath. Do you expect, or like, let's say you guys take showers mostly, which I imagine you do, but like, you always wanted it up, but then you decide to take, or I don't know where I was going with that. let's
always
just
want it
move
up.
on. Yeah, like let's say it was the opposite. You know, like let's say you wanted it down or up, and whatever. I'm just gonna stop where I'm going.
I think I got where you were going with this.
I just think
Guys,
it's such a stupid thing to now
it is
fully throw cold water on him because he forgets to do something. Like, that's just silly. That's not gonna help him remember. Maybe it will because you're traumatizing him, but like
it's gonna build resentment on his end.
I just think this is so silly. I think you can literally look, just, you know how you have to turn on the thing? I imagine it's close to the fucking valve, so you can see what the hell. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I think we have stumbled across something very rare and very eye-opening today. And that is that sometimes on a certain story, on a certain day, on a certain recording date, Brianna can be on the side of a man.
So why'd you have to ruin my day by saying that?
I don't know.
I have to.
You host a podcast with a man. You've been best friends with a man for 5+ years.
I'm not happy about it. I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm
know.
I'm kidding.
We're going to have a long conversation after this. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, you're the weenie LP. Get a fucking grip. I'm sorry. That's...
My next story has the story, and then it has 2 updates. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Oh shit!
Not just you. Everybody else watching. All right. This was posted by Trading Distance 4448. Am I the weenie for telling a woman at the gym she's embarrassing herself? I go to the gym a lot. About 6-ish months ago, I noticed a woman I'll call Andrea. That's not her name, but it will be for the rest of this post. I don't know if Andrea started going to the gym 6 months ago or if that's just when I noticed her. Full disclosure, I spoke to her first, like a gentleman, but I had no way of knowing what the result would be. A lot of the machines at this gym have little entertainment systems attached to them that can access local channels. I got on a treadmill and realized the TV on the treadmill wasn't working. Andrea was walking past, and I said, "Hey, do you know if there's an issue with the cable? The TV isn't working, but I don't know if it's just this one or all of them." She said the same thing happened to her on a different machine. I thanked her. That was the whole interaction. A week later, she asked me for some electrolyte powder for her water. I said I didn't have any. She was cool with that and asked me how long I'd been coming to the gym and what I did for work. I answered and returned her questions. She said she was new to the area and worked in private security. We had a few more chill conversations after that. 6 weeks ago, she asked me out. For reasons I won't get into here, I wasn't interested. I declined. For reasons you won't get, you could just say you weren't interested. But I digress.
He was probably gonna insult her.
She said not to worry about things being awkward at the gym if we don't work out. I said that wasn't the issue, just not looking to date right now. She kept talking to me, and at first I kept talking to her, but I started to think something might be wrong, and I started avoiding her. 2 weeks ago, she walked up to me while I was on a machine with only one way to properly dismount, and that involved stepping into where she was standing. She asked if I was avoiding her. I said I was and apologized. I said I just don't want to date right now. She said I don't have to avoid her to not date her. I said okay. I kept avoiding her though. Tonight, while I was working out, she confronted me again about avoiding her. I had a bad day and told her to leave me alone. She asked me why I'm being such a prick, and I said because I wanted her to leave me alone. I then said that she was embarrassing herself and needs to stop. She put her foot on top of the weights and thought she was going to press down on them, so I let go of the bar very quickly, causing the weights to slam and make a loud noise. Several people looked over. She said, "Now who's embarrassing himself?" and walked away. Did I go too far by saying that? Do I owe her an apology?
Hey, so that's insane.
Yeah. Putting her foot on top of the weights. I mean, well, I don't think it was like for some reason I pictured that she like stepped on like the weights in order to like hurt the guy, which under a certain circumstance could have happened, which is wild. I don't know. Like, before we get into the update, do you have any thoughts?
I do think this woman is a little bit much. Like,
yeah,
I get shooting your shot, but it's like if they're not interested and you get rejected, you gotta move on. You can't just be harassing the dude.
And I know that there's so many gym stories where the roles are reversed, and like more than likely it's usually that way. The guy is usually the one that's not leaving the girl alone.
Absolutely.
But I think stories like this are it's good to remind people that some people just don't know boundaries, regardless of gender.
It can happen. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah. Dear Penthouse Forum, I can't believe it finally happened to me. I see you wanting to laugh. You can laugh. It's okay.
Fuck up. Read the goddamn update.
I went in early this morning for a run and told the front desk staff about Andrea putting her foot on the weights. They said they would talk to her. Then, after work, I went in again for a regular workout. I was working on my legs when she walked up to my machine. The first thing she did was apologize about the weights. I don't know if someone talked to her or if that was of her own initiative. I accepted her apology and apologized for saying she was embarrassing herself. She said she forgave me. But if I really wanted to make it up to her, I could buy her a drink, and she would buy me one too to make up for the weights.
Okay.
Oh, boy. I said maybe we should buy our own drinks, meaning separately at different places and times.
Real.
She misunderstood me and asked when and where. Oh, God. I told her I meant that I didn't want to go out with her. She said this wouldn't be a date, but a reset for our friendship. I said I didn't want to be friends. She said I was being a douche and asked what my problem is. I said the weight incident made me uncomfortable, and I would rather us just give each other space.
Bro, y'all don't even know each other. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Dude, I don't think I've ever had another conversation with a stranger at the gym other than, like, are you done with this? She then asked me if my problem with her is that she's Hispanic. I was so taken aback. I didn't even know she was until she said that. I said no, that she just makes me uncomfortable. She's like, oh, so you're saying that Hispanics make you uncomfortable?
Oh my God, dude. Okay.
She wanted me to explain what about her made me uncomfortable, and I tried to do so, but she argued with every point I made. I got frustrated and told her to just stay away from me. She said fine, and that I have a lot of maturing to do. She then walked away. I'm hoping that's the end of it. It's not, because I have a couple more.
You have 2 fucking updates. Holy shit, how much more? Okay.
All right. This next update. Summary of previous post. You guys just go back if you missed it. Actual update. Andrea is banned from the gym. I was running on the treadmill and watching TV. She came up to talk to me, and I ignored her, staring at the TV. She raised her voice, and I continued to ignore her. She reached out and pulled the safety tab out of the treadmill. In parentheses, the one you connect to your wrist so the treadmill stops if you fall, causing the treadmill to come to a sudden stop. I tripped and fell onto the controls and TV, scratching my chin on the top of the screen. I went to the front desk with Andrea following me. I told them what she did. She kept trying to interrupt me and talk over me, but the woman at the front desk told her to be quiet and wait her turn. I told her Andrea pulled out the safety tab while I was running and injured me. The woman at the front desk then asked Andrea what happened. Andrea said I was, quote unquote, staring into the middle distance, like I was in some kind of fugue state. And she thought I was having a medical episode, so she pulled the tab. Just.
Hello? Like, what the fuck?
The woman at the front desk asked for her membership card. Andrea didn't want to give it to her, but the woman at the front desk said if she didn't, she would ban her. Andrea gave her the card, and the woman at the front desk said to leave, and she was suspended for a month. Andrea objected and got into an argument with the woman at the front desk that escalated into Andrea calling the woman an N and B word. So she was banned permanently. I hesitate to call that a happy ending because the poor gym employee had to put up with racial harassment, but I won't deny getting to watch her cut up Andrea's membership card felt good.
Bro. Oh my god. This bitch is insane.
And she's racist.
And racist? Oh my god. What the fuck? That poor
I was about to say,
at the
up
front
until
desk.
this point, yeah, holy shit. The patients, to, after that, and just cutting up the card and not cutting her, good on her for that.
No,
Because
for
we
real.
live in a society, and we don't do that to other people.
I would have to take that conversation outside. I'd be like, say that again? Say that again?
I would have, walked off the property. I would have had, a map of the property and just been like, okay, paces. Okay, we're officially off the property. Bitch, let's go. You're mine.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro.
Jeez.
So
it's
still not the weenie.
Nope.
This girl is actually insane.
Yep. Let's see if this last update somehow turns him into a weenie. I would be so surprised if it does. All right. Sorry for the incomprehensible post. I posted this last night when I was drunk. I'll rewrite it to explain what happened. Last night I went to a bar near my apartment. Last night I went to a bar near my apartment to meet up with some friends. The three of us were drinking and having a good time when Andrea walked up. I never saw her enter the bar. I only noticed her when she was in front of us. She's not human. She's not human. She greeted me and said it was good to see me and leaned in to try to kiss me.
What?
Whoo! I pushed her away from me and she fell, but one of my friends caught her. She started yelling and asking what the fuck is wrong with me. I told her to stay away from me and not come any closer. She asked if I was embarrassed of her and didn't want my friends to see her. I said this is the third time you've tried to assault me and I want you to stay away from me. At that point, the bouncer showed up to ask what was going on. Andrea said I pushed her. I tried to explain that she tried to kiss me and is stalking me, but I was drunk and not doing a great job. My friends also tried to explain that I was innocent, but they were also drunk. Security kicked me out of the bar. My friends walked me home. I am definitely going to try to get a restraining order. This has gone way too far. I agree.
What the fuck?
This
yeah,
is
bro,
gone...
that's crazy.
Yeah. And she's straight up lying.
Straight up stalking, harassing, assaulting. What the fuck? What is literally going on?
I don't mean to label people, but I think she's a sociopath.
This is actually nuts. That's terrifying. To meet someone at the gym and just have them be so completely obsessed with you. That's weird. That's weird.
And you don't even know each other. All you did was just ask about a TV cable or something.
And she said, "That's my in." What
He's
the
the
fuck?
one.
What the fuck? What is happening right now? I agree.
If
with
I don't have
with
him
that
inside
top
of me
comment.
in the next 24 hours, I am going to unleash the racist Andrea.
Yeah, I imagine that's exactly what she was thinking.
Listen, I know women.
Oh, Darrell.
Oh, you have so much to learn, Darrell. I don't know anything about women, actually. I don't know why women have ever given me the time of day or want to talk to me or be friends with me. It's just like, Daryl, now you're just deflecting and being weird. What is
Daryl,
this?
stop being
What are you
weird.
doing? Stop being an asshole.
Stop being weird.
Yet, I'm also surprised that nobody looked at security camera footage in the gym, but you may.
Well, if he needs that, like, you
It's
can
probably
get that
still
from
there,
the gym.
yeah.
Yeah. And you can use that as proof to get the fucking restraining order.
As serious as the situation is, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to see how they were dealing with this whole situation at the bar that ended up with them getting kicked out. But get a restraining order if you have to get law enforcement involved for some reason, because it doesn't seem like she's going to stop finding you in places. I don't know if this is just a small town. That'd be horrible if it is, because you might want to move.
You might want to move.
Yeah. It's like that scene in The Office when they're at the casino and Dwight is flirting with one of Pam's bridesmaids or something, and then Angela is just standing behind him the entire time, just staring at him, and then he turns around 1 second and he just goes, "Fuck!" Just showing up out of nowhere, just all stealth like. Didn't know where she came from. That's terrifying. This might be the most insane gym post that we've ever read.
Yeah, definitely not the weenie. I'm sorry, you are literally dealing with this insane kind of harassment and assault. Oh my god.
She showed up at work. She showed up at his work.
How do you know that?
I'm looking at his comment. I'm looking at like some of his comments from the post.
That's weird.
On his own Reddit page, said Andrea did end up showing up to my work. She was trespassed from the facility. She showed up in the parking lot yesterday, so she was arrested. I imagine she'll post bail this morning since trespassing isn't that serious of an offense, but it is good that this is all on the record. And
That's
he also had said there's no footage from the bar. Did get an apology from the manager, though, and Andrea won't be allowed in if she returns.
Wow.
Man, up until this point, every Andrea that I've met in my life has just been an angel. Do you know
I don't know if I know
Andrea?
any. I don't know about any Andreas or Andrea.
Any Andreas or Andreas out there that are genuine good people and don't stalk people at the gym or just anybody
Shout
in
out to you.
general? Just shout out to you. You're doing the Lord's work.
That's wild, dude.
Man. Well, speaking of the Lord's work, we showed up. We're here. We did a thing. We did the
still
video.
have another story. Why are you?
Next story.
God damn it. Okay, my last story was posted by Jeronique3. Am I the weenie for leaving dinner early after my boyfriend's friend introduced me as the current one?
Ooh. Oh, what the fuck?
So my boyfriend, 31 male, invited me to dinner with his old college group. One of his female friends, 30 female, who I've never met before, came late, looked me up and down, then said, "Oh, so you're the current one. Cute."
Oh my god.
I was stunned.
God.
No one laughed. No one corrected her. My boyfriend just kind of chuckled awkwardly and changed the subject. I sat there in silence for another 20 minutes before excusing myself and leaving. I took an Uber home. He called me later and said I embarrassed him by making it a thing and that I should have just been chill because she didn't mean anything by it. He wants me to apologize to her for walking out like a child. Am I the weenie for not tolerating that kind of blatant disrespect? Girl.
Yes.
The
No.
current one.
No.
The current
what?
one. Oh
Like,
my god, that would.
If
Oh.
if I went out with my old high school friends, because I didn't have friends in college, and they referred to my girlfriend as the current one.
Let me
Both
tell
of
you, I
us.
wouldn't be friends anymore.
Nope. There would be a fallout right then and there, and then her and I would go get drinks elsewhere.
we would leave. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I completely agree. The current one.
Yeah. But also, what does this say about the boyfriend? He's more than likely, I don't mean to assume, but it kind of sounds like he's a player.
A little bit.
Or-
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. And to just like, oh my god, that is so fucking rude. Oh my god.
The
Dude,
mean girl energy is just
Yeah.
off the charts.
That was giving so much pick me by that female friend. Being like, oh, so you're the one now, huh? Like, that's weird. That is weird as hell.
I was the first one.
Like, and then to be like, cute. Ugh. Oh my god. Dude, that boyfriend's a puss. That boyfriend's a fucking loser, dude. To not
Yeah.
stick up for your girlfriend? What the fuck?
And stayed there.
Stayed there. And then asking her to apologize to the friend that straight up disrespected her. That's crazy. Hey, that's nuts.
Yep. Like, you walked out like a child. I want you to apologize. What the
Like, what do you even say to that? And why would you want to stay after hearing that? Are you brain dead? Are you brain dead?
I might be brain dead because my camera froze.
Well, that's valid.
Sorry, Will. Well, I'm stuck like this for the rest of the episode, guys.
That's fine. That's crazy. Hey, by the way, if you're meeting your friend's significant other, don't be like, oh, so you're the current one. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you have a friend that does that, maybe don't be their friend. And maybe stick up for your significant other. I don't know. Wild concept.
Yeah.
Wild concept. Not the weenie. I also would have left. Expeditiously. Any other thoughts?
That's a big word for Elmo.
Stupid.
Expeditiously. I don't know. You made this a whole like laborious rigmarole.
Laborious. Gee, now you're just fucking listing words.
It's just so fucking strange to me that someone would just have the lady balls to say that.
And it's the fact that it was just silence after. Like, no one laughed. No one corrected her. And the boyfriend was like,
Yep.
and changed
And
the
they'd
subject.
never met. This is the first meetup.
Ah!
Talk about making a terrible first impression.
First of all, as the significant other meeting friends, me personally, I'm usually nervous as fuck because I want my partner's fucking friends to like me and be like, oh yeah, they're cool. You guys
Of
would
course.
be cool together.
Of course.
And then to hear that would throw me off fucking completely. Completely. Like, to make a personal note. One of my exes that I was with at the time, I remember meeting a few of her friends and they were cool to my face, but then I found out a little bit after I met them that they were like, yeah, she was cool, but it's not gonna last.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So it's like every time I was around them after, I was like, hey, this is weird, you know? So I can't imagine this situation, but like them just straight up being to her face. Insane. Friends can be very ruthless sometimes. But it's like, man, what happened to being a nice person?
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of nice people out there. And to be quite honest, like, if you are the type of person out there that gives off that mean girl energy or whatever,
just weird. You're weird. You're weird.
You peaked in high school and everybody talks shit about you behind your back. I guarantee you, nobody likes you.
Yeah. Big ol' weirdo. Big ol' weirdo. Guys, those were some spicy Reddit stories from Am I the Weenie? Hope you guys enjoyed all those stories. If you're interested in binging all of the other spicy Reddit story videos that we have done, there's gonna
Which you are.
There's gonna be a whole playlist linked at the end of the video where you can just watch all the other 100 and something episodes that we've done. Or if you don't feel like waiting to the end of the video, which you should because you like us, just go to our channel and under playlist, it'll be right there.
You can also get all of these episodes on the go on Spotify. We have the video episodes available now, and Apple Podcasts, Audible, all that good stuff.
Bye!
Bye!